other big piece of the federal budget, 2/3 of the federal budget, we're not even talking about the new health law, which is going to add future. Yes, sir. Entitlements. The other entitlements, because the new health law is an entitlement. And again, even that word, if you think about it, that is inimical to our constitutional founding principles. We're not an entitled people. We have natural rights. We have rights granted to us by the Creator. But we don't. Americans never expected the state to provide for every need. That was what they were fighting against, in a sense, because the state can provide for every need can also take anything away from you. It's the entitlements, Medicare and Social Security. Huge part of the budget, growing bigger. People like me who don't yet have benefits, not the current beneficiaries who rely on those benefits, but those like me who don't have benefits, and all of the young people here are going to find that they're going to change from what they are now. Paul Ryan. Anybody heard of Paul Ryan? Congressman from Wisconsin. Very smart man who was on Jack Kemp's staff. Everybody remembers the great Jack Kemp from Buffalo. Unfortunately, a great loss this past year. But he's an economist, and he's a congressman from Wisconsin. And he has proposed something, and I urge you to check it out, called the Roadmap for America. And this roadmap is the bravest, because it takes courage to suggest that we're going to have to wind down entitlements, but we are. He takes a courageous stand about how we can do that, how we can turn them into, you've heard about this with New York State's pensions, defined contribution formats. You may get a certain contribution from the federal government. Maybe, we may eventually wind down quite a bit of that as well, depending on how things go. But in the meantime, we'll change it so there'll be more of a defined contribution that will enable you, again, put the responsibility on you, but put the opportunity with you as well, to do better and not to so burden our young generations that we can't progress as a nation. We know what's happened in Greece with the federal government, or Greek government in this case, obviously, that grew and grew in size and has overwhelmed the private economy. That's the inevitable result of growing a central government. Because when we grow a central government, we have to tax the private sector. That's where jobs come from. That's the engine of progress. Motivation is